Hey guys, TinierTim here for a Motivational Monday episode all about motivation. And today I'm actually answering a question that came to me from Snapchat. And by the way, if you're not following me on Snapchat, at TinierTim, make that happen. And I would be honored if you followed me. And I got a question from a friend named Kate. And Kate asked me, what do you do when you're not feeling motivated to go to the gym or to eat right? And this is a really great question that I get a lot, but I think that it's a question that sometimes we tend to overthink. This question reminded me of a quote from William Faulkner that I once heard. A journalist once asked Mr. Faulkner, "Do you write only when you're inspired or do you write on a schedule?" And William Faulkner replied, tongue-in-cheek, "Well, I only write when I'm inspired, but I make sure that inspiration comes every single morning at 9 a.m. And one of my favorite rock and roll artists, Jack White, actually said that inspiration and work ethic go hand in hand. Sometimes we're not feeling inspired. Sometimes he enters the studio and he doesn't feel like working. It's not like the clouds part and the sun rains down and a song comes down. Seven Nation Army just comes strumming out of his guitar as if, God himself put the notes in his head. I mean, of course, some days he has times like that where he has this divine inspiration. But other days he just gets in the studio and he starts recording and something incredible happens. And some of his greatest works have actually been recorded in that way. Now, when it comes to weight loss and nutrition, sometimes we feel like we have to have this grand epiphany where, again, the clouds part and God comes down and says, the time has come for you to lose weight. And we have this incredible inspiration and we're on fire and we're ready to do this. And a lot of the times we as people who have lost weight, speaking for myself and other, YouTube and Instagrammers out there, they talk about their story and they tell this incredible time about how one day, they lost a family member or they had, this medical diagnosis and that led to all of the change. But what I want you to know as someone who's watching this video and may have 100 or 200 pounds to lose and may not have had that storybook moment, is we're looking back now with the opportunity to tell a story, and this is called a narrative bias. See, the problem is that we only hear the stories about these people that have lost this significant amount of weight after they've happened. But the reality is day one or day two for those people probably was just them trying to get in shape. But now they're kind of forced to tell this story in a new and engaging way, and they're forced to define this one moment as the moment that they decided to lose weight. You know what? I tell my story about, having the tennis balls, and if you haven't heard that story, it's on plenty of podcasts out there. But my moment came a lot of times. I had a lot of times where I tried to lose weight. Even this time I tried and then I failed and then I got back in, and there's a lot of ups and downs that come with it. And while I'll tell a story about that one moment that seemed to change my life, the real moments that changed my life happen every single day. This morning I got up and I was still at my goal weight, thank God. I was still the same guy, but I had to force myself to get in the gym. I'm dealing with some medical issues right now that, I'm not going to talk about on YouTube, but I've got some struggles right now that make working out a problem, but I'm forcing myself to get in there because motivation grows the same way as a plant. You put a seed in the ground, you water it, you let it get sunlight, and over the course of months it starts to grow. But at first, all you see is dirt and all you see is hard work, and that's what weight loss looks like. It looks like dirty freaking hard work. If you're waiting for inspiration to come, stop waiting. Develop some work ethic and take the first step right now. That first step is going to be all you. It's kind of like that first week of starting to eat right is absolute living hell sometimes. It's gritting your teeth and enjoying raw vegetables when all you want is a you-know-what cheesecake. You want something else in your mouth, and you're having to decide, I'm going to stick with this. The question is, what are you made of? Are you made of tenacity? Are you made of willpower? Are you made of work ethic? Are you honest enough to commit yourself to this journey and not care what it's going to take? But sometimes you're not going to be motivated. Sometimes you're not going to be inspired. And sometimes you're not going to leave the gym looking like your favorite account on Instagram where the girl has her makeup done and the ponytail and she looks incredible. Some days you're going to look and feel like crap. But it's definitely worth it. The days that you don't want to go to the gym and you go anyways are your single best days, even if you don't look it and feel it. If you really want to make today motivational and magical, you're going to need to get your butt in the gym, even if you don't feel like it. You're going to have to eat celery sticks and broccoli, even if you want a cheesecake. Nay, especially if you want a cheesecake. And that's what's going to make your magical weight loss happen. That is what's going to get you abs. That's what's going to get you arms. It's going to be getting in the gym when you don't want to be there. Make today magical, make it motivational, and I'll be back next week. Love you guys. Bye.